Hello everyone and welcome to another video about Gatlytron. So today what I want to show you is how you can set up this Gatlytron Test Control Center, because we somehow have to set up these jobs that you can start and stop. So for that we need two things. So first of all, we need, where are we? So we need the repository. So we have here the Gatlytron Quick Start repository where we have our Gatlytron tests. And the other thing that we will need is a local Maven installation. I have this here under the apps, and the Maven just has to be on in the path. So we have our path variable here, so Maven is in there as well. Good. So how does that whole thing work? So what we need is let me see, not the POM file, the README one. Exactly. So we want to have this command here to run a simulation. And how we are gonna do that is we use in EMP the feature CLI extension, what lets us execute command line things on the command line. So if I go to so this has to be enabled, else you will not be seeing that what I'm doing here. So I'm using the query language just to debug and see if what I'm doing is working. What I do here is with control space I can get content assist for this source CLI, and I can just go to open, what opens the manual. And here, because I don't like to write things all the time myself, I just copy paste one of the examples. And what I will do here, I want to have this one as lines, and this one I need the working directory. So the working directory will be the repository directory, because we want to execute Maven inside here. So I copy paste this one inside here, and then I want to have a Maven command. Good. So I'll throw out everything here and copy my personal Maven command here. Good. So this scenario will run for 32 seconds. So if I put this here, so this will run on the command line. Good. Let's just, for example, so you see what will happen. Let's make a shorter version. So command line with /c for the command that I want to execute in the CMD. And let's say Maven -version. And with Control Enter, I execute this, and then you see I basically just get the output from the standard output for Maven -version, so I know this is working. And now I execute this one. Now this will take now about a minute, so until the Maven has compiled all the sources and started the test. For now, let's go to the jobs. So we will set up jobs that will execute this command line. So we go here to add job, and we have here execute command line. So we add one of this. We give it a job name, let's say tutorial. And we can select schedule here. So what I do here, because I only want to run them manually, you can also set it up here that it will start periodically as you like. For example, every night or once a week or so, it would just trigger automatically. For now, I just set this somewhere in the far future because I only want it to trigger manually and just take something like all 3 years or something. Good. So tutorial execution. Now here I have the working directory. Let's see what this is doing. Good. So this has executed. We have 779 lines. We can check at the end of here if everything worked. Okay, perfectly built, successful. And now we just take what we tested here and put it over here. So we have the working directory and we have our command like this. Good. Head and tail, these are values, how much from the output that you want to see, because you can set this up to send an email to a mailbox or something with this output, and you don't want to have like 200,000 lines because nobody can read that. So you can say, give me the first 1,000 to see if the test started properly, and maybe give me the last 1,000 so you can see what happened at the end, if everything stopped fine, or if there were errors or something. We have a timeout in seconds, so we want to put this timeout to like maybe twice of our test execution. Let's say we have 1 hour of test execution, let's say 2 hours of timeout. This one you can ignore. This is only if you want to use earliest and latest in your command line. And we can say, let's put the admin here that should be informed, alerted when the test is done, and get the output that we define here. We can say send it to the notifications, which will show up here in EMP, or we can also say send it please to an email address of the admin. Can add some custom notes. This was a test execution. Great job. Good, so now we have our job. And what we can do now is let's go to the where should we go? Let's go to the dashboards. So we already have this test control center, but let's import another one. So we have, this is not the right repository, so I moved the, let me just update this because this is not the newest. Git push here, git pull. So good, I got my template files that I just moved before I started to record this video to from the Gatlytron project to the Gatlytron Quick Start. So here we have the templates, and we can open this one. So we went to tools, dashboards, and here we can click import, and then we import this one. So we have here our imported version of the dashboard, and now we edit this one. first thing that you want to do when you import a dashboard is first check what kind of parameters do we have. So we have the work dir. So we define here our working directory. In my case, I don't have to change it because it's still the same as I had when I exported it. So I save this one. And here in trigger executions, I can now search for our tutorial execution. So this is our job. Save. Good. So basically these widgets here are these two under widget advanced trigger jobs is this one, and display query results are the ones down below here. And now we are already done. We can now start our tests from the dashboard. And we should now, if we force refresh this whole thing, so it's a bit slow currently. Good. So we have all our files have been deleted. What these are doing is using PowerShell. So they are executing a PowerShell command to get the content of the Gatling log and other log files. And as soon as we have data, we can start analyze our tests. And yeah, that's basically how you set up this test control center for Gatlytron. And you can also add multiple tests here. You can change this as you like. One thing that you should know is this one will not check for you if a test is already running on the same directory. So for example, on this one, I would have clashes between these three tests because they run all on the same directory, and therefore I just know only that I should just trigger once at the time. Yeah, I think that's it. Or what I can show you is like how to use these. So you can check here, for example, for error. And you see what kind of lines that contain error. In this case, it's just the name of one of the test cases, exception. So this is just the issue that Gatlytron cannot download its newest version. That's fine. Here I can check if some of the requests have anything that are not okay. Good. So we have some, and this is the test error. That's fine as well. And here I can check for certain, oh, excuse me, I'm still in edit mode. Let's get out of here. So I can check here for a specific use case. For example, fetch redirect to. How was the everything going on over time? So to see, for example, do we have a stable count? Okay, good. That looks quite fine. Yeah. Good. That's how you set up the Gatlytron Test Control Center, and I wish you a lot of fun doing that in your environment.